Our local talent deserving wider recognition is, in fact, Skye Blue.
Competitor is Skye Blue now closing the distance. Banderas and Skye Blue up and over the top.
Yeah, Skye Blue caught her with a right elbow, or right forearm.
And diving crossbody, this time in the ring, to Ruby able to kick out.
Almost got a nice kick out by Ruby. That was really well done off the top.
I've seen some great wrestling matches years ago. I saw the Road Warriors up close, King Kong Bundy, work with those guys a couple of different times. Randy Rhodes and others. I also remember one of my favorite Major League Baseball players, Billy Martin, would routinely get into wrestling matches on the field. But this is the first time I've talked to a 23-year-old superstar wrestler with All Elite Wrestling. She is a Chicago native. She's in Chicago this weekend, United Center Saturday and Sunday. You can watch her tonight in a women's tag team on AEW Rampage. That's 9 o'clock on TNT. Skye Blue, welcome to the Big 89. First question, I think, on most people's minds. You're 23 years old. You're from the western suburbs. How did you get in the business?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me. And I started training my junior year of high school. I kind of grew up watching wrestling with my parents, and then we were watching it one day, and I was like, I really want to do that one day, Mom. And she's like, oh, no, you're not going to do it. So I'm going to prove you wrong. And here we are, like 5-6 years later.
Where in Chicago did you grow up?
I grew up over by O'Hare Airport, so not downtown in the city, more suburbs.
Okay. So did you go to a local gym, or did you go to your high school wrestling coach? I mean, describe to my audience, you find yourself as a high-profile star wrestler now in professional wrestling, but it started in the western suburbs out towards O'Hare. Who was your mentor? Who did you follow? Who trained you?
So I did athletics pretty much my whole life. I played volleyball. I did track and field. And then once I got to high school, it was only track and field. And then once I started my junior year, I kind of stuck with the track and field because we were able to, get access to the weight room, and that helped a lot with like the training and getting just enough muscle to like then get thrown into the ring, and throw your body around to do things that your body isn't meant to do. But I trained out in Chicago, out in River Grove with Steve Boz, Jason Hades, Mustafa Ali would occasionally come in. And yeah, we had a lot of different people come in and like do seminars and do trainings. And there was a big group of us. I was like I think I was the only girl for a little while, but it was all the athletic background definitely helped going into the ring. Cause I kind of it was a little easier just being like, oh, throw your body this way or throw your body that way.
So athleticism set aside, what's the most important personality trait to becoming a pro wrestler on your level? What do you need to have? I would assume an outgoing personality, number one.
It's very funny that you say that. I used to be the shyest kid ever. My mom will attest to that. I used to hide behind her anytime there was a stranger in the room. And now I'm performing in front of thousands of people, which is wild. But I think just perseveration and determination and just sticking to it and never giving up sort of thing.
Who were your athletic heroes growing up in Chicago?
I mean, I didn't really watch sports other than wrestling, but definitely training with Mustafa Ali was a big one, and Jason Hades. They're super helpful, and they're very understanding that, when you teach somebody a new thing, that it's going to take time. So they were super helpful training me.
For youngsters listening this afternoon, what's the best advice you can give them if they want to pursue a career with either All Elite Wrestling or another outfit? Where do they start? What do they do?
Well, definitely get through high school. I was very close, and I did not want to finish high school. I just wanted to, wrestle once I was a junior. I was like, I don't need math. I don't need science. But you definitely do. Get through high school. If college is your thing, go to college. But definitely just finding a training school and sticking to it and just taking all the information in that you can, any critiques, any advice, and just being very open to listening. I
saw a social media post of yours as I was preparing for this. You want to wrestle until you're 85 years old, really?
If it's possible, yeah. I just love what I like. I've fallen more and more in love with wrestling as I've gone through my career thus far. So if I can do it till I'm 85, that would be great. There's so many different things that I want to do within wrestling. So I mean, I would hope I could do till 85. I don't know if I'm clumsy enough or something. God knows I'm going to get hurt eventually, but I just love it. And like, even if it's not like wrestling itself, just being a part of wrestling, whether it's like agenting, producing, or helping with the makeup department, or just something, because I love this business so much.
Well, it's an interesting business. I used to run a little bit with some guys years and years ago from Georgia Championship Wrestling, and they were athletes, that's for sure. Skye Blue, 23-year-old star wrestler with All Elite Wrestling. Watch her tonight, women's tag team on AEW Rampage, 9 o'clock on TNT. And AEW's in Chicago this weekend at the United Center, both Saturday and Sunday. Skye Blue, stay healthy. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Anna, her head whipped into the bottom rope. The thrust kick connects. Skye Blue coming over the back. Code Blue! 1, 2, 3!
Here is your winner, Skye Blue.
Hot streak continues for the young lady, Skye Blue.
Talent deserving wider recognition, Chicago's own Skye Blue.